For over a decade, the American public has watched Lauryn Pumpkin Efird grow up in front of a camera. We saw her as the wisecracking teenager on Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, the voice of reason during her mother Mama June Shannon's highly publicized struggles with addiction, and eventually the legal guardian of her younger sister, Alana, Honey Boo Boo Thompson. But in 2024, the sensible sister persona has been replaced by a new title, top-tier creator. In a series of recent revelations that have sent shockwaves through both the reality TV industry and social media, Pumpkin confirmed that she has crossed a financial threshold that most people only dream of. By leveraging her spicy subscription site, OnlyFans, Pumpkin has reportedly earned upwards of $400,000. However, it wasn't just the money that had people talking this week. It was a specific, fleeting, and highly controversial post on her Instagram stories that left fans and critics gasping. The $400,000 payday. Breaking down the numbers. The transition from reality TV star to adult content creator is a path now well-trodden by stars of 90 Day Fiancé, Love After Lockup, and Teen Mom. But for Pumpkin, the move felt different. She wasn't just doing it for clout, she was doing it for a lifestyle shift. The financial motivation. During a recent live stream and subsequent interviews, Pumpkin was candid about the disparity between TV pay and creator pay. Despite being the lead on Mama June, Family Crisis, the per-episode rate for reality stars often pales in comparison to the direct-to-consumer model of subscription sites. People want to judge, Pumpkin said in a recent social media defensive. But those people aren't paying my bills. They aren't putting my kids through school. The $400,000 figure represents more than just a year's salary. It represents a level of independence the Shannon family has historically lacked. For years, the family was beholden to network contracts and the whims of their mother's volatile financial choices. By pivoting to spicy content, Pumpkin has effectively cut out the middleman, the what was she thinking? Instagram story. While the $400,000 figure sparked a debate about the new economy, it was Pumpkin's Instagram story that truly set the internet on fire. The post in question. Early on Tuesday morning, Pumpkin posted a video to her stories that appeared to be a teaser for her paid site. However, fans quickly noticed that the content went significantly further than what is typically allowed by Instagram's community guidelines. The post, which was deleted within minutes, featured Pumpkin in what many described as a highly compromised position, showcasing a level of explicitness that felt like a slip-up or an intentional boundary push. The internet reacts. Within seconds of the post, Reddit threads and T-pages were flooded with screenshots. The reaction was polarized. The supporters, she's a grown woman making her money. If you don't like it, unfollow. The critics, she has 4 children and Alana lives with her. This is too much. There is no privacy left for this family. The conspiracy theorists, many believe the accidental nature of the post was a calculated marketing move to drive traffic to her paid link, a tactic known in the industry as shock marketing. The moral tug-of-war, motherhood versus career. The crux of the backlash against Pumpkin revolves around her role as a mother. Lauryn and her husband, Josh Efird, share 4 children, Ella, Bentley, and twins Stella and Silas. For years, Pumpkin was praised as the hero of the family for stepping up to raise Alana when Mama June was absent. This established a wholesome caretaker brand that now clashes violently with her adult content persona. The mom-shaming phenomenon. Pumpkin has been vocal about the double standards in the industry. If a man does this, he's a mogul. If a woman does it, she's a bad mom, she argued in a comment section. Yet the question remains, how does a parent navigate the digital footprint of adult content when their children are old enough to access the internet? The Josh Efird factor. One of the most surprising elements of Pumpkin's journey into adult content has been the involvement of her husband, Josh. Far from being a reluctant bystander, Josh is often a featured participant in the content. This partnership has redefined their public image. Once seen as the hard-working, blue-collar husband trying to keep the family afloat, Josh is now a co-creator in their digital empire. This move has solidified their bond in the eyes of some fans, while others see it as a desperate move to avoid traditional employment, following the money, the death of linear TV. Why would a reality star with a hit show on WeTV feel the need to sell spicy photos? The answer lies in the crumbling infrastructure of cable television. Residuals. Reality stars typically do not receive residuals. Once a season airs, they don't see another dime from reruns or streaming. Production costs, as cast sizes grow, per head pay often plateaus. The OnlyFans effect. Top creators on these platforms can make $50,000 to $100,000 a month. For Pumpkin, reaching $400,000 suggests she is in the top 0.1% of creators on the platform, the legacy of Mama June. You cannot discuss Pumpkin's choices without discussing the shadow of June Shannon. Having grown up in a household where financial stability was a constant crisis, Pumpkin's drive for the bag is understandable. There is a sense of generational trauma at play, a drive to ensure her children never have to experience the poverty or the missing money scandals that plagued Pumpkin's own adolescence. If the price of that security is spicy content, Pumpkin seems more than willing to pay it. What's next for the Efird family? With $400,000 in the bank and a massive surge in social media engagement following the IG story scandal, Pumpkin is at a crossroads. Does she continue to lean into the adult industry, potentially risking her relationship with mainstream brands and TV networks? Or does she use this capital to pivot into a more traditional business, such as real estate or retail? One thing is certain, the girl we saw on Honey Boo Boo is gone. In her place is a woman who understands the power of her own image, the volatility of fame, and the cold, hard reality of the bottom line. The ethics of the digital reveal. The IG story incident highlights a growing trend in celebrity culture, the strategic slip. By posting something forbidden on a mainstream platform like Instagram, stars can trigger an algorithmic explosion. Even if the post is deleted, the leak becomes the news, driving curious onlookers to the paid subscription site to see the real thing. Whether Pumpkin's post was a genuine mistake or a masterclass in digital marketing, the result was the same. Thousands of new eyes on her brand and a significant boost to that $400,000 total.by 2026. The primary focus of the WTV series and the family's social media presence has shifted away from Mama June's antics and toward a high-stakes legal showdown involving Darren Dooms and Lauryn Pumpkin Efird. Following the tragic passing of Anna Chickadee Cardwell in late 2023, the question of who would raise her eldest daughter, Caitlin, became a national headline. While June Shannon initially took custody, 2026 marks the year that Darren Dooms, Caitlin's biological father who had been largely absent from the public eye for a decade, makes his final legal stand. The 2026 court rulings. In early 2026, leaked court documents suggest that Darren Dooms has successfully petitioned for increased visitation rights, a move that Pumpkin has publicly opposed. Pumpkin, acting as the family's true matriarch, has argued in TikTok lives and interviews that the stability Caitlin found with her sisters is more important than biological ties. The tension between the Efird household and Darren Dooms reaches a boiling point in the season 11 finale, where a mediation session reportedly ends in a shouting match. Pumpkin's new matriarchy and the Efird household. In 2026, Lauryn Pumpkin Efird is no longer just a reality star. She is a full-blown influencer and business mogul. With 4 children of her own, Ella, Bentley, and the twins Silas and Stella, her household is the epicenter of the show. The marriage, rumors of trouble between Pumpkin and Josh Efird, which began in 2024, have stabilized by 2026. After a brief trial separation documented in the 2025 season, the couple renewed their vows in a televised ceremony in Florida. Josh has taken a back seat to the cameras, focusing on his own construction business, while Pumpkin manages the family's sister's secret boutique. The burden of leadership. Pumpkin is 26 years old in 2026, but the stress of raising her own 4 kids plus looking after Alana and maintaining a relationship with Jessica has taken a toll. Fans have noted a harder edge to Pumpkin, who has become the disciplinarian of the family, often clashing with June over how the family's money is spent. Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson, the graduate. By mid-2026, Alana Thompson is 20 years old. The biggest news of the year is her graduation from her nursing program in Colorado. The Colorado move. Having moved to Colorado in 2024 to escape the Georgia drama, Alana has largely built a life independent of her mother. However, the Drawlin drama continues. By 2026, Alana and Lauryn Carswell have reportedly hit a crossroads. While they remain together through his legal issues in 2023 to 2024, 2026 sees Alana focusing more on her career and brand partnerships, including a rumored fitness line. The reconciliation. In a 2026 episode, Alana finally sits down with June for a no-cameras, ironically filmed, therapy session to discuss the missing money from her Coogan account, a plot point that has been simmering for 3 years, the downfall of Mama June and Justin Stroud. The year 2026 is a difficult one for the family's namesake. After years of trying to bridge the gap with her daughters, June Shannon finds herself increasingly isolated. Health scares. June, now 46, faces a series of health scares in 2026 related to her past lifestyle and complications from previous surgeries. These health scares become the catalyst for the daughters briefly reuniting with her, though the peace is fragile. Justin Stroud, June's husband, Justin, remains a controversial figure. By 2026, tabloids frequently report on imminent divorce, yet the two remain legally wed. Justin's role in the family has shifted to a mediator, often trying, and failing, to convince Pumpkin to let June see the grandchildren without supervision. The legacy of Anna Chickadee Cardwell. The shadow of Anna's passing still looms large over the family in 2026. The family has established a foundation in her name to assist families dealing with stage 4 adrenal carcinoma. Caitlin and Kylie. Anna's daughters are at the heart of the family's struggle. Kylie, living with her father Michael, is reported to be doing well, but remains caught in the middle of the Grandma June versus the sisters' feud. Caitlin, now a preteen, is the subject of a potential spin-off or special focusing on her journey and the complexities of being raised in the public eye after a parent's death, the Darren factor, why he returned. The biggest shock of the 2026 season is Darren Doom's motivation. While critics claim he is seeking a payday from the reality show's success, Darren gives his first sit-down interview in April 2026, claiming he simply wants his daughter to know her paternal roots before she becomes an adult. This creates a rift in the fan base, Team Pumpkin, stability, versus Team Darren, biological rights. From sketty to skinny, Mama June's weight loss journey in photos. The Here Comes Honey Boo Boo star documented her weight loss surgery on Mama June, from not to hot, and has kept fans up to date on her progress since. By Kate Hogan. Mama June Shannon of Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, famous for raising pageant princess Alana, Honey Boo Boo Thompson, and dishing out plates of sketty, aka spaghetti noodles topped with heaps of butter and liberal squirts of ketchup, decided in 2017 that she was ready to lose weight. Since documenting her weight loss on the WeTV reality series Mama June. From not to hot, June has continued to remain open about her health, from her medical scares to her weight loss drug usage. As a new season of Mama June, From Not to Hot premieres on March 13th, 2026, look back at everything she said about her weight loss journey ahead of the wedding of her cheating ex, Mike Sugar Bear Thompson. The then 37-year-old reality star underwent a series of weight loss and plastic surgeries, documenting the process in a WTV series, Mama June, From Not to Hot. The first of the 7 one-hour episodes saw Mama June being wheeled into surgery. "I'm going to look completely different," she promised, adding, "I'm scared too." Surgery wasn't the last stop, though. Mama June also enlisted trainer Kenya Crooks to whip her into shape, which meant ridding her kitchen of indulgences like ice cream and candy. Though on the verge of giving up, she kept persevering, telling viewers, "This surgery is the scariest thing I've ever done. But I mean, there is a skinnier person inside of me. When I tell you this is the greatest transformation of all time, get ready." Trainer Crooks, pictured, told people of the reality star slim down, which WeTV called shocking. Ahead of the show's finale, Crooks promised, "You won't even be able to recognize her." Part of the process included changing how she looked at food. "We had to cut down the portions." Now, the trainer said at the time, "She's doing awesome. She's killing it, but we're looking at making it even more so. I've never felt this good before," Mama June admitted on an episode of From Not to Hot. "Eating healthy gives me a lot more energy, which makes me work out harder and makes me lose the weight faster." While shopping for a flower girl dress for Honey Boo Boo to wear to Sugar Bear's wedding, Mama June was convinced to slip into a gown herself and was amazed at what she saw in the mirror. I may not want to be getting married, but damn, I look mighty hot in a wedding dress, she said. I'm definitely not going to have any more surgeries, Mama June shared on the Dominic Nadi show, adding that WeTV didn't foot the bill for her transformation. I had to pay, just like everybody else, she said. But the surgeries were going to happen whether I had bills or not. When I started losing the weight, I weighed over 450 pounds.